Hey guys, listen, you need to know this whole thing is bigger than you. Let's talk about it. Hey fam and those watching in YouTube land, welcome to our virtual ATF experience. Again, we are glad that you're joining us tonight and hope that you continue to join us on this series for the rest of this month. As always, we have something that we need to share with you. And we don't want you to miss out, so we need you to pay attention and get with it. Here we go. The first thing, we want you to follow us on all social medias. If you don't know, now you know. I'm talking follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Go and like and subscribe to this channel, ATF Fam Against the Flow. We want you to share what we're doing here with everybody you know. Because listen, in this time, everybody needs some encouragement. There's so much negativity. We need to share some love and some hope with everybody around us. Also, we would love to hear your suggestions on how we can do better on our social media platforms. Help us to better your experience. Let us know. You can message us on Instagram and let us know if there's anything that we can do if you have any questions. The second thing that we want you to know is this. We want to remind you that we are still trying to reach our goal for Speed the Light. Again, our goal is $2,000. We can still raise the funds to help those in need of Jesus. Help the missionaries share what they need to share and that Jesus would be known. You can still send your donations online at, lwccep.com. Make sure you scroll down until you find the Speed the Light icon. It's going to be like this. You click on that and you enter your amount. The money, again, does not go to our pockets at all, but it goes straight to projects and to the aid of those who need to know of Jesus. Help missionaries out there to reach those who are lost. And the last thing, listen, important news right here. The last thing, on July the 29th, that's the last Wednesday of this month, we are going to come together here in this room for a live ATF experience. That's right, baby, we're coming back. We will be following these safety measures. Listen carefully. You need to wear a mask at all times. We will be practicing social distancing, and at the end of our service, we will dismiss you in order. Again, we want to remind you and encourage you to come out July 29th at 7:30. We would love to see you again, and we want you to have a good time here. We have started this series entitled Looking Up. And if you're barely joining us, we're glad that you're joining us this evening. But it comes and it stems from this verse found in Colossians chapter 3, verses 2 and 3. And it goes like this. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. Last week, we got to talk about how when it comes to looking up, we need to make it a choice. And listen, it's not just a one-time choice, a one-time thing, but it is a daily choice. It's something that only you can decide that and choose that. Tonight, we will be discussing something that might take a little bit more of a personal touch. And it's this. We need to recognize that this is bigger than you. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. This life that you and I are living in is not a dream. Although many might call it a nightmare. And although there are many times where we wish it was a dream or it was just just a nightmare, and that we're going to wake up soon from this horrible, horrific dream. But the reality is this is real life. We get hurt, we get sad, we get disappointed, we get frustrated, we get upset, we get everything in between, especially with what's going on. And once something like that happens, we tend to want to do something about it. Am I wrong? And listen, and it's great that when something bad happens, we want to do something about it. But sometimes we think that we need to fix things or do something to change the circumstance, and we end up putting God in a corner, and we tell him you wait here. I'll call you when I need you. I'll only call you when I need you. You just sit here. We tend to do this, especially, you ready for this? Especially when it comes to choices in life. We think we need to do something for ourselves. Only we can do something for me. Have you ever prayed about something and then you think you have to fix it or you have to answer that prayer? That does happen a lot. Listen, I'm going to be honest, it does. Even now in my age, it does. But sometimes we can know the right things to do, yet still struggle to do it. Listen, we're human. We fail. We fall short. We don't always follow through. Other times, it's just a battle to trust that God's ways are better. We might think that he missed it, or he forgot about us, or that he really just doesn't care, or understand how difficult this world may be. Do you hear yourself? Or how can we think that we can do better somehow? With what's going on in the world, it's easy to think that God forgot about us, or that he's moving too slow for us. And we, as people, we need to take it upon ourselves to change things. And we might justify it by saying, oh, I'm just trying to help. Oh, I'm just trying to put myself in. Oh, I'm just trying to do something. Like God really needs our help to know what to do? This is God we're talking about. We get in a hurry. It's hard to wait for answers, or we feel like we're wasting time. We're never going to get there. And often it might just be that we're in such a pattern of a go mentality all the time that we rarely stop long enough to see if we're even heading in the right direction, doing what God has called us or even asked us to do. Listen, I hate to say it, but look, you can't save the world. It's not your job. That's Jesus' job. And I'm pretty sure he can do it better because he's God. Now, I'm not saying that you can't change people, or you can't change yourselves, or maybe you can't change the little things in your life. But when it comes to true change, it comes from the heart, whether from the person or yourself. And that is above your pay grade. But the truth is, God will never ask us, and he's never asked us to figure it all out on our own or to live in our own strength. He just asks us to trust him, to recognize his leadership and sovereignty in our lives, and to set our minds and attention on him. And he promises to fill our lives with power of his Holy Spirit, to go before us and to make our footsteps firm. Now more than ever, listen here, now more than ever, we need to not just put it all in God's hands, but we need to understand that he will bring what needs to happen. It's a very tough thing to understand as people, and especially in this time, and especially even as Christians, because we want Jesus to do something, and when we ask, we want him to do it now. To quote my favorite pastor that I listen to, Jeremy Foster, pastor in Hope City in Houston, Texas. And Pastor Jeremy, if you're watching this, hey, what's going on, man? Don't even know if you'll see this, but here we go. He says something along the lines like this: we want God to work like a microwave or a toaster, when a lot of times it's more like a crock pot. It takes its time. It sets up correctly. Once you recognize that this is bigger than you, rest assured, God can do more than what you and I can ever imagine or even do. To conclude this evening, I want you to just take a moment of your time to look around you. Look at the circumstances that are happening around you. We see it every day in social media. We hear about it on the news. It's kind of difficult just to go around places without hearing something that might be negative, or that we might feel we don't know what to do or confused. I wish I can just give you a magic button and it'll fix everything, but it doesn't work like that. Because if we are to set our minds on things above, we need to realize that this life, things around us, it's bigger than us. And who else should we trust to take care of the big things in our lives other than God? There is no one like Him, no one can be like Him, and no one can match to who He is. So this evening, if I can encourage you to do this, whether you are sitting at home, whether you're watching this on your phone or on your tablet, your computer screen, your TV screen, whether you are just listening to this and you're just doing whatever, I want to encourage you with this and remind you that God's going to take care of it. God's going to take care of it. The personal things that you struggle with, at the same time, the things at large that are happening around us, God is going to take care of it. And once you and I recognize that this is bigger than us and understand that God's going to take care of it, we're going to be okay. Guys, we love you. Can't wait to see you physically on July 29th here in this room. You don't want to miss it. We love you. Can't wait to see you. We hope you have a great evening. God bless you.